Hey guys, it's 2024. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terica. Hey, I've got something to share. Stay tuned. I hope you enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Tuesdays with Terica. Hey guys, this is the beginning of 2024. I want to start out by first apologizing that we did not close with new episodes as we were ending 2023. But I want to just be honest with you all. I was exhausted. I was literally exhausted. So I needed the last couple of weeks to just kind of do some R&R for myself. And now we are starting back fresh with the new year. Some wonderful new episodes that we're going to have, topics that we're going to be talking about, and some things that I think are going to bring you some inspiration, some joy, and some knowledge. So I just want to say to everyone, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and New Year holiday. However you celebrated it, I hope you enjoyed yourself because I know I did. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it, okay? So, 2024, woohoo! Thanking God that we made it another year. So awesome and amazing. I was able to take a little trip through the holidays, which I'm very grateful for. And I've come back refreshed and renewed. And so I made it back in time for watch night service. Again, watch night service, for those who may not be aware, is the first service from the 31st going into the first of the new year. We had ours at 10:30 p.m. on the 31st, and we ended up sometime within the new year, which was great. We ended up with fellowship with the people of God, of those that I go to church with here at I Am Church. Okay, so I wanted to just kind of share a little bit about what my pastor was sharing with us. Again, I am a member of I Am Church. My pastor is Jeffrey Akers. We are located here in Greenville, South Carolina, right off of Lawrence Road. I'll make sure you have the details on all of that. But one of the things that he was stating as we were entering into the new year is how we are actually going to see many blessings in this new year, 2024. And he wanted us to be aware that as the blessings come, other things will come too. Distractions, temptations, things of that nature. The enemy has a way of trying to steal some things from us because that's his job. So he wants us to be aware that though the blessings will come, those things that we have laid before the Lord will come, can't get attached to them. Can't get attached to the natural, the tangible things that are coming, because they will be a distraction. And we don't want to be so wrapped up into the things that we forget the giver of the things. So we are to make sure that our hearts are prostrate before the Lord, so that as he brings forth the blessings, that we can know what is attached to the item that is being given, that it is truly of God, that there are no tricks and traps associated with that thing, so that we can stay in a rightful place with the Lord. I also wanted to just kind of piggyback off of that, because I had an opportunity to minister at my home church this past week. And one of the things that the Lord shared with me was that even though God has given us the blessings, and he is bringing forth blessings, and he is honoring us with those heart desires, those things that have been spoken into our life, those things that we've only dreamt about, those things that we've only imagined ourselves, seeing ourselves walking into those places. You can't fall for the okie doke. That was the title of my message, Don't Fall for the Okie Doke. Because with that, the enemy brings distractions that try to steal what God has spoken in and over your life. And you have to be mindful as a believer that as God is doing what he's doing, he's going to fulfill his word. He's going to fulfill his promise. But the enemy has a way of always trying to distract you from what God has spoken to you. And whether you have received a word of prophecy or whether you have felt an unction in your spirit, whether you have heard the voice of God upon your life or in your life, however, whatever it is that you have heard, whatever it is that you have received, whatever the blessing is or the fulfillment of promise is that God has spoken in and upon your life, be mindful that the enemy is going to try to come and to steal that which God has spoken to you. You have to know to be still and to be quiet. One thing that I was learning last year, everything that God speaks to me, I can't share with everybody, not right away, because a lot of people are distractors. That was a new thing that I learned this year. Not that I didn't know it, but it was something that actually was in my spirit that really attached different this time. And what I mean as far as distractors is their assignment from the enemy is to distract you from what God has spoken to you. Their whole goal, their whole assignment is to make you doubt what God has spoken to you, what the man or woman of God has spoken in and upon your life that you were in agreement to, for you to be distracted from that thing so that you never receive the promise, so that you never actually are able to be in position to see the word or the promise being fulfilled. That's the okie doke. Don't fall for the okie doke, because that is the enemy's job. His job is to steal, kill, and destroy. So you have to be mindful when there are things that you are going through. As the enemy comes in like a flood, you know, everything can be going perfect, and then all of a sudden, it feels like everything is happening crazy, like stuff that shouldn't be falling apart is falling apart. That's a distraction. But instead of you voicing it to those that are around you, those people that love you and probably do really support you, sometimes you have to just sit in it and you have to allow the Lord to minister to you first. He has to be able to get to you for you to know the next step in the next direction that you're to take before you open it up to those who are around you. Now, I'm not saying that your prayer partner, I'm not saying that your pastor, I'm not saying that anybody, your loved ones, the people that you love and hold so dear and near to your heart, I'm not saying that they're the ones. I am saying that the enemy has a way. And I am saying that sometimes you just have to be quiet. You have to be quiet about some things. As you know that God is shifting you from one place to the next, as you know that he's maneuvering some things in your life, be still and be quiet until he has given you the release to speak that thing out of your mouth. You know, that was one thing that happened with David said a lot of things. Joseph said a lot of things. Joseph's brothers actually was trying to kill him. That was what they originally wanted, was to kill him because he was giving them the information about his dreams. Sometimes you just have to be quiet and be still so that you can hear the voice of the Lord, so that you will know the next step that you need to take. We had in our service this morning, Elder Gaffney, he comes in and ministers to our church from time to time. And one of the things that he was speaking about this morning was the wise virgins, the 10 virgins. 5 were wise, 5 were foolish. In that, the wise had extra. They had extra oil for their lamps. If you don't know the story, go back and read it, okay? But the foolish did not have any oil. They only had enough. Only enough. They weren't prepared. And when they tried to ask the wise to give them some of their oil, the wise said, no, because I don't have enough for me and you. Go buy, go prepare. But then when they went to do that and came back, the bridegroom had come. and it was too late. Don't allow anyone to steal your gift. Don't allow anyone to steal your joy. Don't allow anyone to steal your happiness. Don't allow anyone to steal your promise. But even though you have these things, even though they are a part of you and God has spoken it into your life, don't forfeit it either. Be prepared. Be more than prepared. The whole thing with the oil was they were prepared. They were already ready. They were already in position. They were already in place. They weren't getting ready when the bridegroom came. They were already ready. That's the whole key to all of that. And that's what I want to share with you guys. In this new year, be ready. Be in position that when the blessings of the Lord come upon you, when God is ready to open the door that you have been waiting and praying for him to open on your behalf, for you to walk through in your next level, in your victory, in your prosperity, in your wisdom and knowledge, even in your walk with him. Be ready, stay in place and stay in position. And while you are doing the things that you have to do to be in place and in position, be quiet. Don't tell all your business. Allow the Lord to lead you and guide you on who you have pray for you, on who you share your thoughts with, on who you share your discouragements with, how you position yourself. Because again, the enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. He will rob you of everything that he can. He will steal everything that he can. His whole outlook and his whole outlet is to kill you, that you won't receive the promises of God. You know, I just wanted to encourage you. We will not just have me this year, okay? We will have some other people, but I wanted to just be able to share with you. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the tricks and the traps of the enemy, because that is just what it is, a trick and a trap to take from you the blessings and the promises of God. What God has spoken to you, it is not for you to forfeit because you talk too much. It's not meant for you to forfeit because you weren't ready when the hand was ready, when the God's hand was moving and he was ready to move upon your life and your situation. He wants us to be in place and in position. We don't know what this new year will bring, but we do know that it's going to come with blessings. But even with that, some consequences will come too. So you have to be mindful of how you move in this season. We don't want anyone to be lost. We don't want anyone to lose out. We want all of us to be in a place of prosperity and health and in joy. And we want to have more than enough. We want to have more than enough oil that we can share it with our sisters and brothers. But you know, only you can tell when you have enough. You have to make sure that you have double for you. And if you have enough, then maybe you can share it at that point. But again, even with that, you got to make sure that the Lord is leading you. Hey guys, again, I want to shout out a couple of people that I didn't get to thank for last year. First of all, I want to thank each of you, my viewers, my subscribers. I want to thank you for loving on me, for encouraging me, for just being with me, for allowing me to share my heart with you, for allowing me to share my ministry with you. I am so grateful and so thankful for the opportunity. Though I have been doing some taping on my own, Tim is still with me. I want to thank Tim for every episode that he helps me with. I want to thank him for just encouraging me and for inspiring me to do greater. I want to thank one of my good girlfriends, Lisa King Cole. I can't think of her business name right now, but she made me a wonderful t-shirt that I will be wearing soon, so that I can show you her work and actually help shout out her business. But she also was able to help with some of my lighting so that it doesn't look so dark when I have to tape by myself. And then I want to thank my pastor and first lady and my church family for always supporting me in what I'm trying to do as far as getting out the word in anything that I decide that I feel like the Lord is leading me to do in way of ministry. Just the encouragement, the support, and the prayers are always appreciated. And I want to thank my family. I want to thank my family for loving me beyond. They're the ones that see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And they still love me. So I feel very grateful, very honored. Thank you all to life. You mean so much to me. So until next week, I want you guys to remember, don't fall for the okie doke. Make sure that you are prepared for this new season. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. We're waiting for the bridegroom to come. Until next week.